That's $1,000 roughly a month that you are leaving on the table because you do not know how to make decisions quicker. AI cannot tell you whether or not you should take the deal. I am huge when it comes to what I call back of the napkin deals. I love them. I love the excitement of them. I love the fact that it leans on your own understanding of your values, your own understanding of how to identify the red flags that your gut is sending you. I have an entire training on that as well, so I'll leave that down below. You cannot depend on AI to tell you, yes, this is a good business deal, or no, because there are communicators that are coming from your body. AI can only give you data, statistics, patterns. It cannot give you those red flag feelings that come from your gut. You have to learn how to use this machine that we have been given, because your body will tell you everything you need to know in order for you to be successful. It will tell you when to rest. It will tell you when to be most productive. It will tell you when to take action and when to stay put. It will tell you when that person is beneficial for you, when it is not. Your body is a machine that is constantly communicating to you, much like a computer. But you need to be privy to the signals that it's sending you so that then you can take proper action. If you're still with me, let me know. I know it's a lot of information, but trust me, this will change your life. We talked about that 37%. That amounts to $111,000 a year that you are missing out on. And these are just executives. I want you to think about that statistic for just a second. These are just the executives. Imagine if you're not at executive level just yet. Let's just say even 10% of that. That is $11,000. If you have $11,000 to just leave on the table, please, I will send you my address. P.O. box it over to me. Okay, that's $1,000 roughly a month that you are leaving on the table because you do not know how to make decisions quicker. So even at the baseline level, you're leaving money on the table by not knowing how to make decisions quicker and more confidently. When should you not be using AI? When you want to pivot. So here's what I want you to understand. In business, you will pivot so many times. I want you to think about how many times you thought you were going to make a decision, and then last minute, if you've ever bought a house, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And then last minute, you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to go the direction of HOA. I actually would much rather custom build a home. I actually don't want a single family home. I think I want a condominium. There's that pivot, right? They will happen so many times in your life. And again, these are inexplicable moments that later you'll try and justify, right? In retrospect, you'll see that the red signs were always there to begin with, but the pivots are necessary. And oftentimes AI cannot tell you when to pivot. It can maybe tell you the how, but the when to pivot, because that moment is so precise, that moment is so intuitive that only you will know. And even if you don't know in that moment, in retrospect, you'll be like, dang, I should have pivoted sooner when this occurred, when I felt this feeling, when I saw that sign. What you're communicating to your nervous system every single time that you turn to AI for your decision making is, I can't be trusted. You are communicating to your body, you are not trustworthy of making high risk, high stakes, hard decisions. Decisions that feel impossible, right? Hard decisions are decisions that feel impossible. They are finite. They are perceived as having no other solution. There's no other solution. And they are decisions that must be made. Even the inaction of your decision has a consequence. It must be made. I don't want to leave you without you having some action steps, because it's important for you to start rebuilding your self-trust. And that's at the most basic level what it comes down to. Rebuilding your self-trust. I believe that AI is a tremendous tool. I believe that it is a resource that absolutely you should be utilizing if you're not already in your life. It is incredible for creating mass speed in your processes. It's incredible for creating speed in the momentum that you need in your life, in your business, in your career. I believe that we should be using AI, but that does not replace your human instinct. And that is why highly successful women, highly successful leaders are outsourcing everything but their hard decisions. There's 3 things that I want you to do immediately immediately if you are still in this space. If you are the kind of person that says, well, Chatty, I don't know what to do about this situation. What do you think, right? Chatty is not your therapist as much as you like to pretend he is. The first thing that I want you to identify is, what does safety and confidence in your decisions look like versus anxiety and doubt and guilt? And I want you to journal that. It doesn't have to be something extensive. I just want you to take note of, made this decision, this is what that felt like in my body. Made that decision, this is what it felt like in my body. The next thing is, I want you to identify what works really well. The last thing I want you to do is start giving yourself a turnaround time. I have a 24-hour commitment, and you will hear me say this time and time again. Just because I made the decision does not mean I am giving money, does not mean I'm signing papers. The decision is very quiet. The decision is personal. The decision is you communicating to your mind. It is a commitment that you're making in your mind and in your body that says, we are doing this with or without the resistance, with or without the opposition, with or without the impossibility factor. This is happening. Unless God himself says, this is not in my will for this to be done, you are moving forward. It is a commitment that you are making to yourself. Yes or no. And let your yes be yes and your no be no. The longer you sit on something, the more you're communicating to yourself that you just don't know what you don't know. I love Marie Fulsor, I believe her name is. She calls it, everything is figure outable. Everything is figure outable. And that is why I do not believe in the concept of impossibility. Everything is figure outable. And so once I make the decision, I'm saying, I will figure it out. The Lord will give me the wisdom to figure it out.